Let me tell you why. As soon as you were born, you were meant to die broke and you were meant to die miserable. So, jumping into the video, majority of people's lives are very mediocre, very mundane. They don't really think about their future aside from after college, aside from during college and their younger years. But majority of people don't really think about the years after, the next 40, 50 years after, which is, in my opinion, vital, so vital to a person's happiness, you know? So, the reason why I say that as people of lower class, middle class are meant to be miserable majority of their lives is because as soon as you graduate and get a job, you stay in that job. You work that job for 50 years. You work that job all the way until you're 60. In my opinion, that is very depressing because the way I see life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to have fun. You're supposed to explore. As people, we are meant to explore and see the world. However, majority of people don't really do that. Majority of people, of the elderly people that I personally know, like family or friends of family, the older people, they tend to can work up until 50, right? Up until 60s. And they take what, like a 2 week vacation, which in my opinion is not enough, nearly enough time for somebody to do what they want to do. 2 weeks goes by like that, so very fast. You'll go somewhere, it'll take you 2 days to get there. Depends on if you're driving, if you're flying, depends on where as well. But I say that to say, taking a 2 week vacation in a year, 2 weeks out of the year, to me is nothing. And I know to everyone else that's nothing. And that's why I think it's so bad. People get caught up in the rat race and they don't know better. They don't know what else to do with their lives. So they follow the stigma of graduate college, get a job, work that job, and then retire. And let me add a step in there. Work that job, invest into 401k, and then retire. And listen to me, man. I can't live like that. That to me is way too depressing. Have you seen the looks of some of these people that have no friends and they just work a job? You can tell they have no soul left. Just look at them, listen to them. Their conversations aren't that interesting because they don't know because they don't have interesting to anything. They don't have anything interesting in their lives to say other than they've worked a job for 50 weeks out of the year, and the other 2 weeks they went to like New York or California, and guess what? And they spent all of their money over there also. So I say that to say, majority of people do end up being very miserable by the time they pass away. And that's something that I think that people need to change. That's something that I'm trying to change in my life. As like you guys know, I was in the rat race, but I was aware of everything. I was smart with my money. I didn't save a lot. I invested a lot of my money, and I moved to Thailand. So I've been in Thailand for about a month now, and I love it, man. There's so much freedom here, and people are probably thinking like, "Hey, Diego, how do you have money to do that? Like, what about making money?" That's the thing is the cost of living is so very cheap here that all the money that I invested into all my brokerage accounts and all my, all my different hustles, it kind of compounded. And it compounded to the point where I'm able to live over here, not very well, like comfortably as I would like to be. Like, I would like to be like, of course, buying things, always eating out and stuff, but I can't do that. I have to continue to be very smart with my money, even now. Because eventually, I will have to go back if, if like the market crashes or if I just don't make enough money for a month. I will eventually have to go back and I don't know, probably get another job, do something, make some more money, go back to school, something. But I say that also, a lot of people are miserable because whenever you're full and full and full and full and full and full of debt, where you have no breathing room, so you know nothing else rather than to just work because you have to pay all these debts off. That's how I feel like the rat race really traps you into working a job that you really hate, but you have to pay the bills, you know? Like you have a child to feed, you have a family to take care of, you have that car to pay off, you have student loans to pay off, you have the mortgage to pay off. And it's crazy to me because thinking about what I'm just saying, I had once a coworker a while back. He told me, because I was quitting my job, and he was like, "Why are you quitting this job?" He was like, "I'm living the American dream. I have everything that I want." He was like, "I have 2 dogs, I have, a house, I have a car," and he was like, "And I have a wife, and I have kids that are going to school." I was thinking, like, that really, 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 really sounds depressing. To me, I don't want my life to be like that, man. I really don't. I want my life to be full of excitement and joy and living in the moment all the time, but as well thinking about the future all the time. I want my life to be interesting. Thinking about that guy now, it's crazy because these people have like, and it's ironic that I say this because I'm wearing it right now. But these people literally look like the color gray. They look like they have no life behind their eyes. They have no pigmentation in their skin, you know? Like they have no color in their like it's hard to explain, but they don't have anything really interesting about them, really joyful about them. So yeah, whenever he told me that, I was thinking, I was like, man, that must suck, man, because like I said, you finish high school, you get pressured into either going to college or going straight into work. And I did my associate's degree, it was all paid for, and then I went to the workforce. And, like, I think it's to this day, I still think it's pretty smart because I have 0 debt. I have absolutely 0 debt. Majority of my paychecks that I had, I invested. I mean, heck? Aside from the times, when I would, like, pay rent and stuff and buy groceries, I had money, I had wiggle room. I didn't have to pay off a car, I didn't have to pay off student loans, and yeah, maybe I lacked for it, in, like, the social aspect because I didn't really go out much. I didn't really but that's also something that I don't really like to do. I like to be interesting and stuff, but I don't like to party really, and I don't really like to I'm sober. I've always been sober, so I don't really do drugs because I also feel like that's also a waste of money, and it's just stupid. Majority of people that do that stuff are just brain dead. So I say that to say, yeah, that guy didn't really have an interesting life, and that's just one out of millions. If you see people even nowadays, whenever I go somewhere and I talk to somebody or when I'm traveling and I meet somebody and I'm like, "Oh, so, like, what do you do?" And they're like, "Oh, I do this and this. I'm only here for a week." I'm like, "You're here for a week. You're here in Thailand for a week. What can you do in a week realistically?" Yeah, you can go to all these, like, sanctuaries and all these, like, just, like, things around Thailand, but you're not able to really actually sit down and enjoy it. You're always on the go. You're always doing something. You can't actually take a step back, breathe in the air, and just realize how beautiful it is outside and how beautiful life is because you're always on the go. You're always living for that next thrill. I think it's horrible, and I absolutely do not want to live like that. So that's why I thought as soon as we are born, we are kind of like coded in a way to get that house, to get that car because you want to impress this person. You want to buy those clothes to impress this person. But let me tell you something, man, those people don't care. They don't care. And they may be like, "Oh, damn, he's got a new car, so let me go buy a new car." And then you're gonna be like, "Oh man, he got a new car. I need to go buy a new car." And the rat race continues. So what I'm trying to say is I really do think people should actually just take a step back and look at the bigger picture, man. We're all gonna die someday. Life is so short and it's not promised. How would you feel if you were working for 40 years, you're about to pay off your mortgage, you're still paying off your car and stuff, student loans, and you got in an accident, and now you have even more bills. You have hospital bills, you're out of work, so you can't really work, and I'm not so sure how workers' comp is. So think about it like that. If something bad were to happen to you, you're screwed. So you need to get rid of your debt as soon as possible. Stop buying stupid shit, stupid materialistic stuff, and just get out of the rat race, man. Because over here in Thailand, it's so nice because I'm able to focus more on my personal brand. I'm able to focus more on my investing on the stock market, and I'm able to also do all of that while I also can just walk to a cafe and get a coffee and walk anywhere, go play basketball. I'm able to do all of that. Your life can be interesting. Your life doesn't always have to be work, 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 work. And I understand it's amazing to work. It's amazing to get your grind on, amazing to hustle. And you know, I'm a big I'm a big fan of that because personally I love to just make money. However, I think it's just an endless loop. Eventually, once you make enough money, take a step back and enjoy your life. And I don't mean enjoy your life by going on a 2 week vacation to California and spending $7,000 in 2 weeks. You spend that here in Thailand in 4 months, and that's if you're going crazy. But yeah, so be smarter with your money. I know my videos have I'm always saying this, but the only reason why I'm saying to be smart with your money is because you need to live your life. And people that say money doesn't buy happiness are stupid. In my opinion, they're fucking dumb because money can buy you freedom. I'm looking outside of a balcony right now and it's just gorgeous. And guess what? I don't have to go clock in. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is wait for tonight when the stock market opens so I can make a little bit of money. And I don't have to fucking go work 8 hours for a miserable job that I hate, only making $70,000 a year. And the way I see it too is after you go to college and make 70,000, graduate, $70,000 in debt, and you make $70,000 a year, people out of high school are making that, man, just with the trade. People are making that just in jobs you wouldn't even think. In online businesses, it's not hard to make money online. It really isn't. However, you need to be smarter. You need to take risks. This is a game of risk, and nobody ever got rich without risk. But I say that to also say, yeah, man, make money and enjoy your life. Don't make money and then go spend it all, and then you have to pay it all back. You swipe that credit card. Oh, you don't know how many young people I've met that are so much money in credit card debt that it's crazy. And so many young people, this is like a big pet peeve of mine as well. It's like I've dated girls before in America where I'm just like, they just swipe their card, and I'm like, how much money do you got? Because you're always like out, you're always just doing stuff. And they're like, "Oh, honestly, I have no idea. I just swipe my card and hope that it works." You what? But anyways, I can't be around people like that. I have to be around people that actually are aware of aware of their situation, aware of what they're doing. Because if you're just being stupid and just partying all the time and, like just being really dumb with your youth instead of grinding and trying to make something out of yourself, I think you're wasting your life because then you're gonna live the rest of the 50 years fucking wishing you worked harder in your 20s, so you don't have to work all the way until 60. So yeah, be smart. Life is so short, man. Be smart with your money, and it's not about the money. It's about living your life. That's the point. I don't give a damn about the money. I give a damn about my life, and I give a damn about enjoying it before I die. And but guess what? In my opinion, I can't enjoy my life working for 50 50 years with 2 weeks vacation. I want to just live. I want to take my money, be smart with it, and I want to travel and just take it day by day, realize moment by moment, because it could be the last. You never know, man. You could be driving your car in America and you can just, I don't know, get hit by an 18 wheeler, or you can be at a mall and a shooting happens. It's scary over there. It's scary everywhere, though. So you need to be smart and pick your poison. Either work and have a mundane, lame life, so when you're about to die, you can tell your kids to not live like you, or you can not live that way, make money, and show your kids that it's possible to do the things that they want to in life. You don't have to always work for somebody else. As long as they use their mind and stay disciplined and stay focused, anything is possible. So that's why I say from the jump, as soon as you're born, you are meant to die miserable. So break the process, create your family legacy. All right. So, anyways, video ran on a little longer than I would have liked. I want to thank you guys. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.